forget about red flags and trauma stories for just a minute. Today, we're going to focus on something way more valuable and, honestly, a lot rarer. Green flags. You know, those quiet little signs that tell you found a partner who is genuinely stable, mature, and safe.
So let me just ask you this, straight up. Have you ever been with someone where things felt, good, stable, maybe even peaceful, and you walked away because it wasn't exciting? Because you didn't feel that chaotic spark that we so often mistake for real passion? Yeah, it happens a lot more than you'd think.
And man, this quote it gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? We often don't really appreciate what peace feels like until we've paid the incredibly high emotional price of chaos. So this explainer is all about learning to spot the value of that peace before the storm hits.
So why does peace feel so boring sometimes? Well, it's usually because we've been conditioned to think that drama equals passion, but a real, lasting connection, that's built on calm, not chaos. So let's start digging into the signs of that solid foundation.
All right, first up, we're going to look at the green flags that signal a person's internal discipline. This is all about self-mastery, their ability to manage themselves, which, believe me, is the absolute cornerstone of how they're going to show up in a relationship with you.
Discipline is a massive green flag, and here's why that's so important. When a partner can manage their own time, their own habits, their own impulses, they aren't looking to you to be their emotional manager. That self-reliance is what creates a really profound sense of safety.
A really practical example of this is just consistent exercise. And look, this isn't about vanity or having big muscles. It's about discipline in action. It proves they can commit to something that's difficult, stay consistent with it, and show up even on the days they really don't feel like it. It's not about showing off, it's about showing up.
Okay, this next one. It might seem a little controversial, so just stick with me here. This green flag isn't really about the ink itself, but more about what its absence can signify about a person's mindset.
Now, to be super clear, this is not a judgment on tattoos as art or as a style choice at all. Instead, the absence of them can be an indicator of long-term thinking. It might signal someone who's more focused on building their internal character before they go and define their external identity. It's a sign of patience over impulsivity.
And this connects directly to another part of self-mastery. When someone doesn't need to rely on substances, it signals this powerful clarity of mind. It suggests they're actually comfortable with their own reality and don't feel the need to escape it, which makes them way more available to be truly present with you in the relationship.
Okay, so we've talked about that internal self-mastery. Now let's look at the flags of character, how that internal stuff actually shows up in their actions and their behavior toward other people. A huge green flag is a man who really embodies a healthy, modern definition of masculinity. It's not about being aggressive or loud. It's about responsibility and calmness. It's not about controlling. It's about protecting. It's about being strong, not just loud.
This one is totally non-negotiable, and it's something you can spot right away. Just pay close attention to how he treats people he doesn't need anything from. The waiter, the service staff, strangers on the street. Watch that.
And this is exactly why it's so important. True respect, it's not selective. It's not a performance. If he is kind and respectful to people who can do absolutely nothing for him, you can trust that he will be respectful to you when you are at your most vulnerable.
Okay, next up is emotional control. And let's be crystal clear on this. This does not mean suppressing emotions. It means emotional regulation. That's the ability to feel something without letting it completely hijack your behavior. It's what keeps your rational brain in the driver's seat. And someone who can do that creates a calm nervous system, which in turn builds a calm, peaceful home.
This all ties directly into self-respect. See, a partner with genuine self-respect doesn't need to beg for your attention or create drama just to feel important. They don't tolerate disrespect, but they also don't go looking for fights. At the end of the day, that self-respect is a direct pipeline to their emotional stability.
Now here's one that might sound a little simple. He dresses like an adult. This has nothing to do with expensive brands or high fashion. It's about a style that's simple, clean, and intentional. It just shows self-awareness and that he cares about how he presents himself to the world. And finally, one of the most important flags of character. He doesn't just have dreams, he has direction. And trust me, there is a huge, huge difference between the two.
We're not talking about some vague, oh, someday I'll kind of wish. Nope. We're talking about a tangible plan that he is actively working toward. And even if he hasn't reached his destination yet, he knows where he's going.
A person without that direction will inevitably create confusion for everyone around them.
So let's bring this all together. The central message here is really about a powerful choice you can make. The choice to value peace over the illusion of excitement that chaos brings.
And here's the absolute key to spotting them. Green flags are subtle. They don't put on a big, loud show. You actually have to learn to listen for them in the quiet moments.
They whisper. They show up in consistent, quiet actions, day in and day out. They don't give you that anxious, stomach-churning feeling that we call butterflies. No, they give you peace, a deep, calming sense that you're safe.
So, let this be your takeaway. What you're really looking for in a healthy, mature partner isn't intensity, it's integrity. Someone whose words and actions actually line up, consistently, over time.
And that leads us to our final question for you. After hearing all of this, which one of these green flags really resonates the most with you? Which one do you believe is the most crucial foundation for a healthy relationship, and why? Really think about it, because knowing what you value is always the first step to actually finding it.